Nori might have one of the craziest attacks in Brawl Stars because of this can become this. But if you're charging your attacks and throwing yourself at enemies, you're playing Nori completely wrong. Because mastering Nori, it's not just about movement. It's about knowing when to slash, when to dash, when to save your fish, and when to spend everything on one massive super. Nori is a legendary brawler who has moderately high health, a variable damage output, and great mobility with his very fast movement speed, attack, and super. He was the 105th brawler added to the game. Nori has 3 different attacks based on how long the attack button is held for. The first is swinging his fishing rod in a wide arc, dealing moderate damage, performed by aiming his attack for a short amount of time or tapping the attack button. If the player holds the attack button, Nori charges his ammo bar, similar to Hank and Angelo. During this time, if the player releases the attack button, Nori throws out a hook that latches onto either enemies or walls, pulling himself toward the target. The longer he charges, the longer the hook becomes. If the hook hits an enemy, it delays low damage on impact. During the pull, Nori also damages any enemies he comes into contact with. When the ammo bar is fully charged after 2 seconds, Nori will jump over obstacles or any short distance if the hooks hits a wall or enemy. Nori also cannot heal from auto regeneration while charging his shot, though he is still hidden in bushes. If Nori is stunned, pushed back, or knocked back while charging, the attack is cancelled. Whenever Nori hits enemies with any of his attacks, he catches fish. He can hold a maximum of 10 fish at once. His rod swing can catch multiple fish if it hits several enemies, but his hook can only catch 1 fish per use, even if it hits multiple enemies. Super catch of the day. Nori jumps into the air towards the targeted location, and upon landing, he disappears from the map and creates a water puddle in a small area. After 1 second delay, a giant fish spawns, dealing high damage to all enemies caught in the puddle and consuming all fish in the process. The amount of fish increases the size of the puddle by 5% and increases the damage of the giant fish by 4% per fish. Nori consumes all fish even if the attack hits no enemies. After the super ends, Nori reappears in the center of the puddle. Gadget's sushi snack. Nori instantly heals himself after eating 3 fish. However, if he doesn't have at least 3 fish, he instead eats less fish, receiving less healing. The amount of healing doesn't scale with power cubes, Brawl arena level ups, buffs, or debuffs. Gonna need a bigger net. Nori throws a fishing net that deals damage and roots the enemy brawler, hits for 1.25 seconds. Star powers. Big haul. Nori catches 3 fish when his super hits enemy brawlers. He can catch more fish when more enemies are standing in the puddle. The fish are collected after the damage is dealt, so they don't affect the damage or radius of the super. His mother's son. When Nori hits his attacks, he gains a 20% movement speed buff for 1 second. The speed buff doesn't stack if Nori hits more enemies. Tips. In Brawl Arena, you can obtain fish by hitting the bots, so you will hit 10 fish very easily. Use Sushi Snack Gadget to make use of the fish after having 10 fish and prevent them from being wasted. While Nori's main attack makes him resistant to most anti-aggressive brawlers, he himself is weak to brawlers with high burst damage such as Bull, owing to his low health and slower method of escape. As such, try to avoid them whenever possible and use your charge attack purely to escape. Normally, this is where we talk about Hyper Charge, but Nori currently doesn't have one, so we are not going to invent one and pretend it exists. Mistake number 1. You don't need maximum charge for every attack. Use the amount of charge you actually need. Mistake number 2. Diving without checking your landing. Mistake number 3. Wasting fish. Fish are a resource. Don't spend them without thinking about your next super. Mistake number 4. Holding fish forever. If your super can win the fight, use it. Mistake number 5. Using the dash only to attack. Your fishing rod isn't just an engage, it's movement, using to escape, change angles, and reposition. Nori isn't difficult because his abilities are confusing. He's difficult because every ability gives you different decisions. Do I slash? Do I charge? Do I dash? Do I jump the wall? Do I spend my fish? Or do I save everything for this? And that's how you master Nori. If this guide helped you, drop a like, subscribe for more Brawl Stars guide, and tell me in the comments which brawler I should cover next.